Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order. If we could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. United States of America. Thank you. We have roll call.
Yes. Ms. Webster?
Here.
Mr. Halloran?
Here.
Mr. Renzi is not here. On Zoom, Ms. Drumheller?
I do not yet have Miss Drumheller.
Ms. White?
Here.
Thank you. And Mr. Morrow?
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, do we have any announcements and agenda modifications?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so we're on to approval of minutes. Has everybody had a chance to review the minutes?
Did.
Yeah. Ms. White?
Yes, and I move to approve the minutes.
Okay, Ms. White makes a motion to approve the minutes. Do we have a second?
Second.
Anybody have anything to talk about, or it's good with everybody? We need to vote on that, or just? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Public input? Do we have any public on Zoom?
Not at this time.
Thank you. Okay, unfinished business.
All right, good evening, Advisory Board. Just a few unfinished business items. Riverview Park Planning. We had another follow-up meeting with the consultant a couple of weeks ago. So we are headed into a point where we'll be able to review the plan with the Advisory Board and take it to council. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting very close. I anticipate that to happen probably in February. Item B is we do now have a vacant position on the board. Mr. Abrejo resigned due to time conflicts with his business. So I know that the clerk's office has advertised for candidates to fill that position.
Is that a alternate or?
Alternate.
Alternate.
That's
okay.
an alternate position. Item C, just to follow up on December 7th and 8th. December 7th was the Pearl Harbor Memorial, and then the hullabaloo, and then the Christmas parade that night. So it was a very busy day, but everything went very well. The Christmas parade was quite a success, and you know, from a logistics standpoint, that's a tough parade in that type of confined. We just don't have a lot of space in that area. So staff did a great job in making it work and making it happen safely, along with PD and others. So that went off very well. And then Sunday with the Centennial, that was extremely well attended. I think, you know, after the little parade with the Clydesdales, majority of the folks came over to the park and enjoyed the music and the stuff we had going in over there. And then it culminated with the fireworks that went off nicely. No issues, really no issues all weekend as far as those events go. And then finally, just the Bryant Court Playground is ordered. We've issued a purchase order. I emailed the manufacturer today to get a ETA, but didn't have an answer before tonight's meeting. With the holidays and all, I imagine it's going to be a February type thing. That's all for my unfinished updates.
Awesome. All right, committee member park updates. Why don't we start with Ms. White?
I have nothing actually to report. I'm just watching the grass and going to monitor that, make sure it disappears one day. and people just thoroughly enjoy the park. So there's nothing I have questions about.
Can I ask a question, Joanne?
Yes.
The writing on the sidewalk. I know that somebody, there was some graffiti or something. Did that get fixed?
I believe it
I
was fixed
did-
the day it was discovered.
Yeah. Yeah, I have not seen it, so it must
Yeah.
have disappeared pretty quickly. I heard about it, but I never saw it,
Yeah,
which was
staff
good.
jumped on that pretty quickly.
Fantastic, thank you. Mr. Morrow?
Yes, my parks are fine with respect to the pickleball courts. I brought this up last month, the windscreen on the first set of courts, missing a windscreen on the west end, and then the windscreen on the east end needs to be tied up in a better manner than it is right now. It's missing some of the plastic ties. And that's it.
Mr. Halloran?
Yes, I have 2 parks, George Street, and that is looking fine, obviously well-maintained there. And then Bryant Court, I noticed a hole in the ground. All the old equipment has been removed, and we're waiting for the new equipment. But yeah,
That's
doing
exciting.
well.
I don't really have anything to report. Little League, they've got registration going, so that's gearing up. And then Hardy Park looks great, as usual.
When can I ask a couple questions on something that's not our parks? Can I
Now is
ask it
good.
now?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know whatever happened to our volunteer, that person that we were gonna pick, and I thought they were gonna be on the float, but did we hear if we followed through on that? Because I wasn't there to hear that.
No, we decided not to follow through with that this year since we only had limited recommendations. But we do plan on moving forward with it next year and marketing it a little differently and seeing if we can get some more nominations. So we did not move, obviously we didn't move forward with it or through with it this year.
So how many nominations were submitted? 2?
Well, there was 1 nomination that was a resident and 1 nomination that was not a resident. So yes, 2.
And I think with our being not a resident, does that mean like in the county or?
I honestly, I don't remember. I know they were not a resident of Sebastian.
Okay, because I think we talked about, and we can discuss it again, about people that actually volunteer in the area but maybe don't live in the city. But so the people that did submit, are they going to get notified to resubmit, or will you just hold on to those?
We'll just hold on to those.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so we have upcoming events.
Upcoming events at Riverview Park, the 24th is the Coastal Community Church event. And then we move into January with January 10th concert in the park. January 11th, Craft Club. January 17th is the first Finally Friday of the year. And then the January 18th through the 20th is a Fine Arts Festival. That's the 3-day fine arts event that's quite popular.
Yes.
So those are the activities through January for Riverview Park.
Do you know what the Coastal Community Church is?
I'm sorry.
What is the Coastal Community
I believe
Church?
it's a service of some type for the Christmas holiday.
I just thought Christmas Eve is tough. All right. Any new business? Nope.
We are going to make sure, though, we're going to talk about impact fees. I see it on there for new business in January.
Correct.
Thank you.
And then I need to make a correction to the next date. It's 2025, January 27th of 2025 will be our next meeting.
Okay, so our next meeting is January 27th, 2025.
And
we're
we'll
gonna
also have
discuss
on
impact
that,
fees.
we'll also have on that agenda, I'll make a presentation about our memorial program. We've completed the renovations to that program so we can lay it out for you, and then we will go to council shortly thereafter with the same.
Are you talking about for the garden park or all memorial?
All memorial, all parks, all memorials, the bricks, benches. We will add, in the near future, we'll add trees and some other issues, but right now we're just focusing on bricks and benches because that's what we have in place right now.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question. Time for questions?
Go right ahead.
Okay. When we do these parades down by the river, when people come to queue up prior to the parade starting, is it kind of just a first come, first serve, get in line kind of thing?
No, it's, they have to register. For the Christmas parade specifically, they register, we have a lineup. Now, we can't control when they show up. They may show up out of line, which is fine. We just put them in line. Because nobody else but us knows what order they're supposed to be in. For the July 4th parade, it's a little bit more freelance. They do have to register. We think we know who's coming, but there's always folks that show up that aren't registered, which is fine. We have them fill out the paperwork, and we put them in line.
Is it a little easier during the day as opposed to in the dark?
When it's light outside, it's
Yeah.
much easier, yeah.
I'd like to make a request that maybe if there's any way we can look at the date next year for Sebastian Christmas Parade to be different than the Vero Beach one.
Yes, we had some discussion around that, and I think there's some concern that if we're not on the same, with the crowd that we had this year, having the same date as Vero, if we're not on the same day, we're concerned that we're just going to be overwhelmed with the number of people that would show up, which, from a safety standpoint, is a legitimate concern.
Good answer. All right, it seems kind of weird to be getting done at 6:12. But if we have nothing else, I will wish everybody Merry Christmas from me.
Yep, Merry Christmas.
And Happy New Year, and everybody stay safe, and we're adjourned.
Thank you.